maybe I'll actually sit down to make this one. I was gonna walk for a little bit, but Hemlock's a little bit behind me. Just stop to switch his socks out. I'm coming to terms. Ooh, nice city rock. Ooh. Coming to terms with the fact that this is the end of what has ultimately been the most challenging physical experience, the most physically challenging experience of my life. It's been about 118 miles, give or take. I haven't actually added it all up, but that's what the mileage on the map was. We might have done more, we might have done less, because it's hard to stick to the trail during the snow. But as you can see, I'm out of the snow now. The snow line, so we're right about here equivalent. The snow line obviously up there. So last night, not bad. It was windy last night, but otherwise, I thought I slept okay, but this morning I actually felt like absolute garbage. I think it's because this is my second night with no sleeping pad, and I'm just sleeping on top of my backpack. So I'm praying that when I get to Trail Town here in a little bit, we're going into Lake City here in a little bit, praying that I can find some kind of sleeping pad there for the next leg to get me to Salida. I'll order one and have it shipped to Salida, a nice one. But yeah, we woke up early as usual. We've been doing 6 a.m. starts every day, so on trail by 6 a.m. Sorry about the wind. I know it's always windy out here. I didn't really want to take off my backpack and put on the external microphone. So zoomy. Where was I? Woke up 6 a.m. on trail. Downhill for a little bit. Actually, it's funny, like 5 minutes into the walk. Yesterday, I didn't need my ice axe at all, but 5 minutes into the walk, we get to this one shelf that dropped vertically off. We're like, what is this? And it's frozen solid, so we had to go big giant detour to get around it. And then a climb up to the highest point on the Colorado Trail, which is 13,271 feet, give or take. I think that's right. That climb kicked my butt. I feel pretty good right now, but today is the first time, this leg is the first time in my life that I've ever dealt with elevation sickness. And I think I felt it twice on this segment. Once about 2 or 3 days behind us, I was just walking up this slope at the end of the day, and I go, I can't go anymore. I have to, like, my head is all wonky and whatnot. I'm about to fall over. I'm exhausted. And everything in me said, just sit down and die now. Except for the part that goes, oh, but Hemlock's up there. I gotta go catch up with Hemlock. I can't leave him wondering where I'm at. So that lasted for maybe an hour. And then today we broke up over 13,000 feet for the first time. And I've been at higher elevations than this. I've hiked at higher elevations than this. But this morning I was trash. Absolute garbage. I have not felt this bad on trail, the entire trail so far. Combination of elevation, I'm sure, getting up to 13,000 plus feet. Haven't had good quality food in a week, basically. I've been taking vitamins and whatnot, but just haven't had good food. Have not had good sleep. Have been physically exhausted. And I'm wondering if maybe vitamin D poisoning, I don't know if that could play in a little bit, but I've been just slammed with the sun, basically blasting off that snow for the last 7 days. Whatever it was, I think it was a combination of some or all of those things. It left me in a mess. I felt like garbage this morning. Hemlock actually went ahead of me at one point, and I'm like, I think I'm okay, but keep checking back to make sure I'm back here. But as soon as we dropped down for lunch, down from 13,000 feet down to 12,000 something. Felt a lot better. Ooh, look at the pretty mountains. We'll change the background. Felt a lot better when, after we stopped and had lunch. I also had some tea. I made some tea. I didn't have any caffeine this morning, so I think that might have helped me out a little bit too. And then from there, we were supposed to go over this big snowy mesa, but instead we found this dirt road that went around it. It added probably 2 miles to the hike today, but we didn't have to post hole through snow because post holing has been really bad over the last couple of days. So Hemlock should be breaking the horizon. Wind! Oh my gosh, it's been windy. It was windy last night. Hemlock should be breaking the horizon any minute here. We're 3 miles away from Spring Creek Pass. I'm gonna go ahead and call this a success. We made it from Wolf Creek Pass to Spring Creek Pass. As far as we know, we might be the only ones who have done it on foot this year. A couple of people have skied it, but I don't, my mom doesn't want to hear this. I would not have gone into this segment if I had known what we were getting into. I am exceedingly grateful that I did. This has been one of the, if not the greatest adventure of my life. Would not have done it alone. Anybody doing the South San Juans right now by themselves, I think it is incredibly irresponsible. Would not have wanted to be out here without a beacon. My ice axe still hanging out back there. I used that all day, every day for most of this part of the trail. Broke one of my hiking poles. Check this out. I broke a hiking pole. That's the one that's back there. Oh no, it's back. Who cares? I got a broken hiking pole I've been carrying for more than 200 miles, but about a mile back, I found a road marker. So it's like almost the exact same length as my other hiking pole. So I've been using a road marker as a hiking pole. If you're gonna come out here, bring micro spikes, bring warm clothes, bring good shelter, bring company. Don't come out here alone. Bring a beacon, bring experience. This was intense. There's gonna be snow out here for a long time. It's not going away anytime soon. But if you're experienced and you want the adventure of your life, go tackle the South San Juans right now. That said, I need to get to town. I don't know where Hemlock is back there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go back down to the road and get ready for some beer and dinner. Got a 0 day coming up tomorrow. We need the rest. So with all that said, this is basically the conclusion of what has so far been the hardest chapter of my entire life. You'll also notice it left me with a hole in my hat. I gotta get a new hat. And a cut on my nose. I ran into a tree this morning. Maybe I shouldn't have added that part to the video. It doesn't make me sound like a good hiker. I ran into a tree. I was looking at the ground. What can I say? So, yeah, back at it. I'm gonna go get us some beer. And a ride into Lake City. So, that's that. I'll see you in a couple of days when I'm going up that, because that's the next place we're going, just more snow. It never ends! Winter 2018-2019 going on for 5 years. So this is what about 1,400 miles on a set of hiking poles look like. The other one's actually broken, so the other one's not doing any better. But it just came to my attention today that everything was fine with this hiking pole. And now not so good. I'll kind of overlay a photo probably of what this hiking pole looked like when I bought it back in November and started training. But yeah, that's, I guess there's a limitation on how far you can bring these things. Too bad, too bad, too bad. But I guess that's proof I've walked a really long way. We're the first thru hikers to see this sign this year. Spring Creek Pass. Congratulations. Made it to Lake City, Colorado. And made it to Raven's Rest Hostel. And now the #1 priority that we're here that needs to be taken care of is that beer right there. Welcome to thru hiking. And welcome to Lake City. I'm gonna need a day here.